Hi guys, welcome to July's week 3 wrap up. Um, I will show you the layouts I made this week. I will show you the products that came into my room this week, and I will talk about any books that I finished. Now, I did quite a few layouts this week because this weekend I was at a 2-day crop. So that means that I have quite a few to show you. But let's start with the ones that I did during the week. This one I made during my guest designer live, Facebook Live over on My Little Scrapbook Store. They have challenges every month, and July's challenge is Stars and Stripes. So I took some simple story, simple vintage linen market and an old photo play collection, and some Doodlebug, and some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, some Doodlebug Sprinkles, I think is what it's called, a photo play stencil, and some picket fence paper glaze in the velvet so that it's a matte finish. So that's this one. This was for Christmas in July. I took an old My Mind's Eye Christmas collection and added some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, added some acrylics and some Doodlebug, and this had a process video, so you may have watched that. My product focus this week was wood veneer. So this was one of my wood veneer layouts. I took this sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch. It's sketch number 123, and it's from July 28th. I took just a whole bunch of blue and green scraps. I did some, pretty sure it was, yeah. Did I just spray it maybe? I think maybe I just sprayed it with some Distress Oxide, I think. I don't know. It's been a long week. But then I added a bunch of freckled fawn stuff, an acrylic, some Flair, and there is my wood veneer. This is a swap piece from many, many years ago. And the wood veneer came from Freckled Fawn. So that's my son back in April of 2012. Next, this was for the Iron Crafters Challenge, so it does have a video. We had to use brads and buttons, and I did some stenciling with a Vicki Boutin stencil and glimmer paste, I think it was. And then this is a close to my heart paper collection, old Prima flowers, some old American craft brads, buttons from my stash, a little ribbon, some epoxy Flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, some wood veneer from, I think it's Some Assemblage Required. Yeah, so that was my Iron Crafters. I always say scrappers. Iron Crafters. Okay, that's all I did this week until I went to my crop. So let's show you what I did at my crop. A little bit at a time. This one is, I used a paper issue sketch from May 29th. And I love these flowers so much, and I use them all. They're Hey Little Birdie, or just Little Birdie. And I use them so much that the store had some more, so I just went ahead and bought some more. Some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, only one piece of pattern paper, and then some cardstock. I did some stenciling with a All in Create stencil, some splatterings from Lindy's Starburst sprays, some flat back pearls. But yeah, this is my daughter posing with some sunflowers. This one, I used another, a Scrap-A-Sketch from June 14th. So it's Scrap-A-Sketch number 121. I used the Close to My Heart Doodlebug collection. I stamped with the Tim Holtz heart stamps that he came out recently, some ribbon, some Doodlebug, some wood veneer from Shadney, some epoxy Flair, and I even used a little washi and some flat back pearls. This one is a sketch from Sketch and Scrap. It was the June 1st sketch. This is me at the lake back in 2020, and I used the Simple Story Simple Vintage Lakeside. Everything is that except this wood piece here, which was some assemblage required, and I did a little splattering with Lindy Starburst. This is using a Sketches in Time sketch. It was the June 1st sketch, number 615. This is me and my husband waiting to watch our daughter in a parade. I pulled out some old Dear Lizzie paper and just cut it out with my close Creative Memories cutter. Then I backed it on some 49 and Market paper, added some brads from my stash. These were actually brads that I took off. Added some buttons from my stash and added some canvas flare and some color cast design wood veneer. This one is a, hold on, I'm not supposed to be showing her. There we go. It's a scrap lift from Paper Issues from March 31. I'll kind of fold it back. I used some Photoplay summer paper and some Freckled Fawn chipboard, some Bramble Fox acrylic, some epoxy from Scrap and Happy Studio, some really old die cuts that I cut out, some Bella Boulevard. All the hearts are Bella Boulevard die cuts. The alphas are Freckled Fawn. And then I used some Lindy's Flat Fabio spray and some Nuvo drops. That's of my niece, and I don't really have permission to show her, so I didn't want to show her too much. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the rest. So get another stack of them. This is from, I used a sketch from Sketch Savvy, and this is a senior trip in 2015. I took my niece on a Disney cruise, so I just had some random pictures. I used Carta Bella. These two papers, this is Carta Bella and this one's Carta Bella. These two were just in the kit, but they are not Carta Bella. You can tell that they're not because they're not textured. Some assemblage required. The Life Preserver and the anchors were from there. Some Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy flare, a Bramble Fox acrylic piece, and some Sandy Lion stickers, Echo Park ephemera, the stencil, I think is Carta Bella, the anchor stencil, and I used some Nuvo glimmer paste with it. This is a throwback sketch from the scrap room. It's the May 24th throwback sketch. I turned it like this and used this. This is a, I can't remember where the wood grain came from, but this and the cardstock and this glitter paper is all from an old DCWV stack. The stickers are very old Karen Foster stickers. The wood veneer is from a Hip Kit Club kit from quite a while ago. The little acorns were cutouts from the DCWV. The leaves are from Bramble Fox and somewhere else. I can't remember where the other ones are. And the flare is from Yes Please Paper Crafts. It's a color cast design wood veneer, and I use some Nuvo drops on it. This is also a Senior Trip 2015 page. I used the anchor stencil and glimmer paste again. The collection was a Photoplay collection, and the ephemera, I want to say, is Carta Bella. The anchor stickers were some really old Recollection stickers. That's a Bramble Fox piece. The flare is from Scrap and Happy Studio and some Nuvo drops. Again, oh, and I used a page map from January of 23. This was actually a double page sketch from, I don't know, the Scrappy Square. but I only used this side. And these are pictures from my son's senior trip in 2014. It's some Universal Studio Hogwarts pictures. I used the Color Play Wizarding World, something like that, paper. And then I had some Paper House wizard stickers. The ephemera came from Color Play, the epoxy Scrap and Happy Studio, and some Nuvo drops. Okay, this stack that I'm getting ready to show you is a stack that I need to do journaling on. I don't like to journal when I'm there because I'm usually talking and stuff and everything, and I don't want to mess it up, so I wait and really journal at home. So this is a paper issue sketch from June 26th. It is a Simple Stories line. I think it's Pack Your Bags. I'm not sure. I use so much Simple Stories I can't remember for sure. But it's all the die cuts or ephemera that's with it. Close color cast design wood veneer. The enamel dots came with it. Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy flare. That's color cast design. I used a die cut for the viewfinders. And that was a Bramble Fox piece. And the arrow stencil is from Pear Tree Cut Files. I used some Lindy's Flat Fabio spray for sprinkles. And I think that's it. But yeah, I need to journal about this bridge. Because my mother made me drive over this really big bridge, which I don't like to drive over really big bridges. They kind of scare me. And then not only that, then she made me go up to the top of the bridge. When you get to the other side, you can stop and go up to the top, which I also don't like doing that, but I did them both. This is a Scrap-A-Sketch from May 31st. It's Scrap-A-Sketch number 119. This is my daughter and some of her sorority sisters for a fundraiser. She's a Kappa Gamma, and they do Kappa Cocoa for a fundraiser. They sell hot chocolate. So that's what these pictures are. Now, it was in November of this year. It probably really wasn't that cold, but I wanted to make it a wintry page, even though it wasn't really winter. So that kind of explains all the snowflakes and everything, even though she's in a t-shirt. It's okay. Old crepe paper, old Bo Bunny, old Fancy Pants paper. Hot off the press, paper toil, old stickers from my stash, some Freckled Fawn stickers, some, over here is a label that I cut off the back of the Not Just for Boys Kit Club packaging. This and this is a swap, and this whole thing was based on this cup of cocoa from Doodlebugs. So, and then some thicker for her titles and some Nuvo drops. This is a creative moment sketch, and I don't know where I got it, but it's a really bad picture. But anyway, and I didn't really use it that well, but it did spark the inspiration. This is my husband with an elk that he killed. This is Simple Stories, simple vintage lakeside paper. This is an old Karen Foster hunting paper. Some of these stickers are from Simple Stories. These stickers here are Reminisce, maybe? I had these old buttons, and this is from Some Assemblage Required. The stencil is at Kaiser Craft. I used Distress Oxide Scorched Timber and some Lindy's Starburst spray. This is a Scrap Squad scrap lift from May 16th. I used the Simple Stories True Color collection. This is my daughter back in 2012 holding a snake. All the ephemera and everything came from the Simple Stories collection. There's some Freckled Fawn labels, some Scrap and Happy Studio Flare, a Bramble Fox acrylic, the enamel dots from Simple Stories, the Brad from Simple Stories, and the Lindy's Fat Fabio for the packaging technique and splatters. Sorry, I forgot to put them back in the right pile. My got a journal on this pile. All right, this is a Sketches in Time sketch from May 22nd. There's a story behind these pictures. That's why there needs to be journaling. At the college my son and daughter go to, well, my son went to, my daughter goes to now, they did a thing called Coke Dates, and the freshmen in a fraternity, they're paired up with a sorority, a different one every week, and the freshmen of the fraternity go and get the freshmen of the sorority, and they go on a Coke date. They can only go close enough that it can walk. It's in a group. That way they meet people in a safe environment. So this was one of my son's Coke dates. He actually was going to a sorority where I have a former student, and so she took pictures for me and sent me because she's a sweetheart. I'm pretty sure this is a photo play collection, but I can't remember for sure. No, it's an Echo Park collection because it was a scrap room flavors of the month kit, and these stickers were also from there. These were Color Cast Design wood veneer, Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy, and this is what sparked this page. I had this doodle shaker that's a cola, and so I put that on there, and I need some Studio Calico labels, but I need to journal on this one too. Next up, I have this Scrap Lift from March 14th. I'm going to guess it's a Scrap Squad Scrap Lift, but I don't, yeah, it's probably a Scrap Squad Scrap Lift. Mine looks completely different. I mean, hers is all bright and cute and cheery, and mine's my husband. I told him to send me a picture fishing, and this is his selfie. He looks really excited, doesn't he? But anyway, some DCWV papers, an old My Mind's Eye frame and corners, some old Karen Foster stickers, some Freckled Fawn labels, some Rebecca Sower cut-aparts, Scrap and Happy Studio canvas flare, and some Nuvo drops. But I wanted to journal on this saying, you know, this is the picture I get when I tell my husband to send me a selfie. Now, this is one that I went completely off the the sketch. It doesn't really look anything like it. This is a Paper Issues sketch from March 16th. One, I turned it. And two, the only thing you can really tell is the picture placement. There's really nothing else. But this is the Simple Stories Hey Dude, or Photo Play Hey Dude. Photo Play Hey Dude. I don't remember. One or the other. Hey Dude collection. No, Bro & Co collection. Sorry. Some Shadney wood veneer. Some... Where'd I get the stars? These is a different one, but I can't remember where I got those. Scrap and Happy Studio Flare. Nuvo drops that got squished, it looks like. Darn it. And yeah, this is my son. This needs journaling too. For the local pageant, they had little skits in between them, and that's what he is doing. He's skitting it up. This is a 2-pager. It is Wall Street in Washington, D.C. This is a photo play collection with some stickers, some epoxy flare, some wood veneer from Bramble Fox, some old stickers from my stash, some Color Cast Design wood veneer, and some rub-ons from Stamperia, and some Nuvo drops, and it was a sketch from the Scrappy Square. And this side looks good, this side's way different, but that's okay. Anyway, so there's that. And I need to journal on that one too. This is a sketch from Sketch and Scrap. Close to My Heart boutique collection. The puffy stickers also came from there. This ephemera and the wood veneer all came from P13. Bramble Fox, Scrap and Happy Studio, and the splatters were Lindy's. Look, I can't tell if they're flat file. I think they're Starburst splatters. So there's that one. And this is my daughter at a skating party, and I just wanted to journal the names of the girls in it. This is a Scrap a sketch from March 18th. It's number 108. This is my husband and daughter at watching the Lion King live action movie. This is a, is it Simple Stories or Photo Play? For some reason, I get those two, Game Night, whichever one it is, it's the Game Night collection. I did a Viewfinder die cut, some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, Bramble Fox acrylic piece, and the cut file was one of the 31 days of cut files from, I don't think it was last year. I think it was 2 years ago, but I can't remember for sure. But I finally used it. I inked it with some Distress Oxide and then some Nuvo drops. And I just want to journal that it was actually my husband's idea to go see Lion King, which kind of blew all of us away that he wanted to go see that movie, but whatever. And this is the last one. This is a Scrapbook Generations sketch. There we go. Instead of 6 little pictures, I have 3 big ones. The only thing I did like the sketch was this cluster of circles using a Close to My Heart magical collection. The ephemera is also from there. I used a Close to My Heart stamp set with some Close to My Heart ink, some Nuvo drops, Scrappy Happy Flair, and this rub-on is a old Karen Foster rub-on, and it's waiting in line because this is us waiting in line to ride the King Kong ride at Universal Studios. So that was all of my layouts. I know, a bunch. Now, let me show you what I got as like just prizes or a gift for going to the crop. I got this stamp from Crafter's Companion. It says, "True friends are never apart, maybe in distance, but never in heart." I got this layered title that says 2020 Stink Stank Stunk. I got this Sizzix stamp of butterflies. I got this stencil also of butterflies. And I got this page kit, paper crafting kit from Little Birdie. And that's what it looks like. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 designs, some snowflakes, and some stickers, and some ephemera. So a wintry one. So that's what I got for goodies. Then I bought a couple of things. First off, I bought the Nuvo gun because, I mean, why not? Everybody else had it. I needed it too. I also bought the 49 and Market Academia. I bought the blendable rub-ons. I bought the washi sheets, and I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces of paper because it will just go so well with like college pictures or older high school pictures. I also bought this stencil from Creating in Faith. I really liked the big X's on the side and then the heartbeat with the heart in it. Okay, so that is what I bought while I was there. The only thing that has come in this week is kind of a large order of from Pear Tree cut files. So let's go through that. Okay, I have some musical note acrylics. I have this acrylic that says Details with an arrow. Some ship wheels and anchors. This one that says Ocean Vibes. This one that has a crab, the ship wheel, life preserver, anchors, starfish, a bobber, a sailboat, and a lighthouse. This one that says Seize the Day. Some flair with sailboats and anchors and stuff on it. It's very nautical. some seagulls, some banners, and let's see what do they say. By the water, vitamin C, sea breeze, waves, and c'est la vie. Some patriotic flair. Okay, let me kind of scoot these over. So maybe this is a cut apart, or no, a cut file of like the window in a ship. This is one that says out on the open water. This is a stencil that's a compass with an anchor in the middle. I have some tropical leaf acrylics, some wood veneer shells that say beach therapy, gone to the beach, beach please, see you at the beach, and life is better at the beach. Some watery flair, life preserver sunglasses, hammock, surfboards, goggles, a flamingo floaty, and some flippers. This says music and has some notes. This says sandy toes. This says let's cruise. This says we're cruising. This is a, hold on, let me do the white one first. This is a wreath of sandy beachy stuff, popsicles. And then this one says, here, I'm going to turn it this way, but it says airplane mode. And this one says life is better with music. Okay, so that is all the scrapbooky stuff for the week. And I did complete one book this week. What'd I do with it? I was like, where'd it go? And that was He Said, She Said by Erin Kelly. I hate to say this, but I only gave it a 2.5 stars. I don't know. It's a thriller about a couple. Let's see. I don't want to say anything. They were at an eclipse and the woman stops something from happening. It looked like a rape. And then the victim is really grateful up to the point where she becomes kind of obsessive. And then it skips to 15 years later and kind of shows what this couple is doing now. There was a lot about eclipses, and I don't know if that's what got me. I don't know. I didn't really like the characters. It just wasn't for me. I'm sure it's a great book for some people, but for it just, and maybe I was just not in the right mood to read it, but it just wasn't my favorite book. So now I will tell you, next week, I probably will not have much to show if I have any kind of wrap up, because I am going on vacation. I'm taking my little girl on a quick trip to New York City to see some Broadway plays and do a few things. We won't be back until the weekend, and so I really only have Saturday and Sunday to do any scrapping, so I'm not sure how much, if anything, I will get done, but I will check back with you next week and see if I do. Thanks, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.